Hi, in this video we are going to discuss another problem on leverages, that is problem number 2. See, the company's capital structure consists of 5 lakhs rupees 5 lakhs equity share. What is the value of equity share? 100 rupees each. See here, the company capital structure consisting of rupees 5 lakhs equity capital and rupees 2 lakhs 10% debentures. So 5 lakhs equity shares ఉన్నాయి and 2 lakhs 10% debentures ఉన్నాయి. The sales increased 20% from 50,000 units to 60,000. సో కంపెనీ సేల్స్ ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినాయంట? 20% ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినాయంట. సో హియర్ ఫ్రమ్ 50,000 టు 60,000 వాళ్ళ సేల్స్ అనేది 50,000 నుంచి 60,000కి ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిందంట. హియర్ ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ చేంజ్ ఎంత అంటే 20%. ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ సేల్స్ 20%. ద సెల్లింగ్ ప్రైస్ పర్ యూనిట్ రూపీస్ 10. Selling price per unit rupees 10, variable cost amount rupees 6 per unit. Selling price rupees 10 per unit, variable cost rupees 6 per unit, and the fixed expenses amount 1 lakh. What is the fixed cost here? Fixed cost 1 lakh. The rate of income tax is assumed to be 50%. Here the rate of income tax is assumed to be 50%. You are required to calculate the percentage increase in EPS. So percentage increase in EPS. So EPS లో ఎంత పర్సంటేజ్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి, కామా ద డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ లివరేజ్. సో డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ లివరేజ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి అండ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ లివరేజ్ ఎట్ 50,000 and 60,000 యూనిట్స్. సో 50,000 యూనిట్స్ దగ్గర 60,000 యూనిట్స్ దగ్గర డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ లివరేజ్ అండ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ లివరేజ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయమని చెప్పి అడుగుతున్నాడు. సో హియర్ లుక్ ఎట్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. హియర్ క్లియర్లీ హియర్ ద క్యాపిటల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఈస్ కన్సిస్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ 5 lakhs equity and 2 lakhs 10% debentures. So what is the value of each equity share? 100. అంటే ఎన్ని ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ఉన్నట్టు అంటే 5 lakhs డివైడెడ్ బై 100. సో 5 lakhs డివైడెడ్ బై 100 అంటే సో 5,000 ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ఉన్నట్టు. 5,000 ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ఆర్ 5,000. ఓకే, సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్? సో డిబెంచర్స్ అమౌంట్ ఎంత ఇక్కడ? డిబెంచర్స్ అమౌంట్ 2 lakhs. హియర్ ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఈస్ 10%. So now the sales increased from 50,000 to 60,000. Now we have to prepare, we have to make a statement for 50,000 units as well as 60,000. Now the detailed solution will be here. Right, see, calculation of EPS. Here the entire pro forma we will be used here in this problem. Particulars here 50,000 units and 60,000 units. Now we are going to calculate EPS. Now first it starts with sales. Selling price per unit rupees 10 in the given problem. So 50,000 units into 10, that means 5 lakhs. 60,000 into 10, that is equals to 6 lakhs. Now the sales are 5 lakhs and 6 lakhs. That is 50,000 into 10, 60,000 into 10. Okay, next sales minus variable cost. So now what is the variable cost? Here the variable cost is given as rupees 6 per unit in the problem. See, 6 into 50,000, that is equals to 3 lakhs. 6 into 60,000, that is equals to 3 lakhs 60,000. So 50,000 into 6, 3 lakhs. 60,000 into 6, 3 lakhs 60,000. Now contribution is equals to sales minus variable cost. 5 lakhs minus 3 lakhs, that is equals to 2 lakhs contribution. 6 lakhs minus 3 lakh 60,000, that is equals to 2 lakh 40,000. Now the contribution is 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs 40,000. Okay. Next, fixed cost given 1 lakh rupee and 1 lakh rupee. Now EBIT, now how EBIT will come? EBIT is equals to, see here, contribution minus fixed cost is equals to EBIT. 2 lakhs minus 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 2 lakh 40,000 minus 1 lakh, 1 lakh 40,000. Okay. So now EBIT is equals to 1 lakh and 1 lakh 40,000. Now interest. So interest should be calculated on debentures. So the amount of debentures is given in the problem 2 lakhs. The rate of interest is 10%. So 2 lakhs into 10 by 100, that is equals to 20,000. Now we will get EBT. If you deduct interest from EBIT నుంచి interest మనం deduct చేస్తే then we will get EBT. So EBT here 1 lakh minus 20,000, 80,000, 1 lakh 40,000 minus 20,000, 1 lakh 20,000. Now the tax rate is given. See here, to get EAT we have to deduct the tax from EBT. So EBT ante earnings before tax. Now tax rate to be assumed 50% annadu. So here the tax should be calculated on EBT. So 50% should be calculated on 80,000. So 80,000 50% ante 40,000. So 1,20,000 లో 50% ante 60,000. See here, the tax always should be calculated on EBT amount. So here 80,000 50% 40,000, 1,20,000 50% 60,000. So now there are no preference shares in the given problem. So that is why the reason EBT minus tax is equals to EAT, or earnings available to equity shareholders. So ikkada EAT anna earnings available to equity shareholders anna same amount వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే in the given capital structure there are no preference dividend. So that is why the reason here EAT or EAES, earnings available to equity shareholders, 40,000 60,000, that is 80,000 minus 40,000 is equals to 40,000, 1,20,000 minus 60,000, that is equals to 60,000. Okay. Now EAT is equals to earnings after tax or earnings available to equity shareholders is equals to 40,000 and 60,000. So here the number of equity shares 5,000. See here, total number of equity, the total equity capital is 5 lakhs in the given problem. Here each equity share 100. See here, number of equity shares 5,000. So here the number of equity shares 5,000, here the number of equity shares are 5,000. Now see, EPS is equals to earnings available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. So 40,000 divided by 5,000, that is equals to 8, earnings per share rupees 8, and here 60,000 divided by 5,000, that is equals to 12. Now EPS 8 rupees and EPS 12 rupees. This 8 rupees EPS at 50,000 units and rupees 12 EPS at 60,000 units. Now EPS means earnings per share will be calculated by using formula, that is earnings available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares here 40,000 divided by 5,000 rupees 8 EPS, and under 60,000 units 60,000 divided by 5,000, that is equals to rupees 12. Now EPS calculated 8 rupees under 50,000 units, 12 rupees under 60,000 units. Now here in the given problem, earnings per share, here we are required to calculate, here we are required to calculate percentage increase in earnings per share. See, 8 rupees and 12 rupees earnings per share came. So what is the percentage change in, how much the percentage increased from 50,000 to 60,000 units? అంటే 50,000 units దగ్గర మనం కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు, లేదా 60,000 units దగ్గర కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు, what is the percentage change in EPS we have to calculate. And next, degree of operating leverage and degree of financial leverage we have to calculate. So degree of financial leverage calculate చేయాలి, degree of operating leverage కూడా calculate చేయాలి మనం. Okay, now see here, percentage change in EPS, difference in EPS divided by base EPS into 100. So here difference enta, there are 4 rupees. So plan, I mean 50,000 దగ్గర 8 rupees వచ్చింది, 60,000 దగ్గర 12 rupees వచ్చింది EPS. So what is the difference, ఇక్కడ ఎంత డిఫరెన్స్ అన్నట్టు, here 4 rupees, 4 divided by స్టార్టింగ్లో ఎంత EPS ఉంది, 8 rupees, the base EPS is 8. So 4 divided by 8 into 100, that is equals to 50%. So here that is difference in EPS, 12 minus 8 divided by 8 into 100, that is equals to 50%. Here the percentage change in EPS is 50%. The percentage change in EPS is 50%, because here see, at 50,000 units EPS is 8, at 60,000 units EPS is 12, the difference is 4, the difference is 4, and divided by the base year EPS, I mean base EPS is 8 into 100, that is equals to 50%. Now the percentage change in EPS is 50%. Okay, now next, percentage change in EBIT will calculate to get what is degree of operating leverage and what is degree of financial leverage. And here no need to calculate degree of combined leverage, but we are calculating extra here. Okay, so degree of financial leverage calculate చేయాలంటే we need percentage change in EBIT. So that is why the reason here we are calculating first what is the percentage change in EBIT. So here see, what is EBIT at 50,000 units and 60,000 units. See here, the EBIT at 50,000 units is 1 lakh and at 60,000 units is 1,40,000. Now see, 1 lakh and 1,40,000. What is the difference? 1 lakh and 1,40,000 ante there is a 40,000 difference. 1 lakh and 1,40,000, the difference is 40,000 divided by base EBIT enta 1 lakh, because 1 lakh ఒకటి 1,40,000 ఒకటి. So here what is the base? 1 lakh is the base. So what is the difference? 40,000. So here 1 lakh and 1,40,000 లో here 40,000 is the difference and the base is 1 lakh into 100, that is equals to 40%. Here the percentage change in EBIT is equals to 40%. Now what is the formula for the calculation of degree of operating leverage? So degree of operating leverage is equals to percentage change in profits divided by percentage change in sales. So percentage change in profits ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది, percentage change in profits అన్నా లేకపోతే percentage change in EBIT అన్నా ఒకటే. సో ప్రాఫిటే కదా EBIT, ఆపరేటింగ్ ప్రాఫిట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ EBIT. సో DOL, degree of operating leverage is equals to percentage change in profits divided by percentage change in sales. So here the percentage change in sales is given in the problem itself. Look at the problem. The percentage change in sales is 20%. The sales increased 20% is given now. So here that is why the reason we have taken the percentage change in sales as 20% and the percentage change in profits as 40% from here. So 40 divided by 20, that is equals to 2. So here the degree of operating leverage is 2. Now degree of financial leverage. Here the degree of financial leverage formula is percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. Now what is the percentage change in EPS? 50%. What is the percentage change in EBIT? 40%. Now 50% divided by 40%, that is equals to 1.25. So DFL, degree of financial leverage, is equals to percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. See here the percentage change in EPS is 50%. So now we have taken here 50% divided by percentage change in EBIT, here 40%. We have taken here 40%, that is equals to 1.25. Now డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ కంబైన్డ్ లివరేజ్ ప్రాబ్లంలో మనల్ని అడగలేదు డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ కంబైన్డ్ లివరేజ్ చేయమని, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ లివరేజ్ అండ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ లివరేజ్ అవైలబుల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి నౌ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ కంబైన్డ్ లివరేజ్ అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ లివరేజ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ లివరేజ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ లివరేజ్? 2. And what is the degree of financial leverage? 1.25. So DOL, degree of operating leverage into degree of financial leverage is equals to degree of combined leverage. So that is equals to 2 into 1.25. 2 into 1.25, that is equals to 2.5. So this is what about the second problem on leverages. I think all of you understood. Thank you.